Hey, welcome back to The Past is Alive. Thanks for tuning in. Happy New Year to you all. Today we're going to be taking you the whole way back to 1986 to an often forgot about cartoon and also toy line that I personally love, the Bionic Six.
Diecast. Invincible. Introducing the Bionic Six family, each implanted with bionic parts. Giving them superhuman powers. Will the evil Dr. Scarab destroy the Bionic Six? And we're so very proud to be the Bionic Six from LJN.
Hopefully that commercial brought back some memories for you. If not, I'm going to give you a little rundown and summary of what the Bionic Six were, and hopefully it'll be a memory refresher for you. But the Bionic Six are basically a superhuman family that was set in the future. You got to keep in mind that this toy line came out in 1986, so and the cartoon was 1987. So they don't really give you a specific time frame. They just say it was set decades after 1999. So it could be 2020, it could be 2030, it could be 2040, but it's around our time now, or maybe a little bit in the future. But it's a superhuman family. They're all machine enhanced. After being augmented with different bionic technology. So each one of these guys has their own special bionic powers, and Jack in particular, his bionic power is his bionic eyes. He has the power of X-ray vision. He can also emit energy blasts. He is the leader of the Bionic Six and also the father. And as you can see, there's the LJN toy logo down there. And these toys are awesome too because they're all made out of die-cast metal, which was pretty iconic for the time. I don't remember any other toys around that era being made out of die-cast metal. I could be wrong, but off the top of my head I can't think of any. And this is the American card. These can be tough to find, especially Jack. I don't see him pop up very often at all. I forget where I got this one at. I probably paid like 50 bucks for it, maybe 60 around there. Probably go for 100 or more now. But the American card had English up here, fully posable, durable, die-cast metal. They have different cards too. They have French cards. I've seen those as well. They're not as valuable. I have this guy in a protective star case, and this is from Zolo World, if you can see that. They range for a few bucks for one of these, but they fit very, very snug on the figure, and they protect them. And they also have this mechanism when they lock down pretty well, and they can flatten your card out as well. This card's in pretty decent shape though, for being 33 years old. But each card's basically the same. The paragraph up here talks about the character directly, which one you have there, and then it shows the different series that they have. So this is the Bennett family. This is Jack Bennett that I'm holding in my hands now. Bennett family are the good guys. You have 6 of them, the Bionic Six, and then you also have the bad guys. So these are Dr. Scarab's evil means of destruction. And put a little bit closer for you there. But there you have the entire family, which I'm going to show you all those guys. And then you also have the evil minions of destruction. There you can see 1986 LJN toys down below. Proof of purchase. Always like those. I never used them, but really, really awesome. Each one comes with different accessories pertaining to their particular abilities, and that is Jack. Next up in the Bionic Six, we have Helen Bennett. She is the wife of Jack, the leader of the Bionic Six, the guy I just showed you, and also the mother of the 4 kids. And her background is in oceanography. And her specific bionic ability is ESP. So she is able to see the future, and her accessory pertains to that. And this one here is on an American card. As you can see, it's in English. And no sticker residue or anything like that on the front of the card. So it's pretty clean. The bubble is firm on there as well. So the back of the card, you got a little bit of blemishes here, but nothing too crazy. Like I said, these are, about 33 years old. So not real picky on them being completely pristine and perfect. This is in great shape, I think, for these. So like I said, they don't pop up too often. There's not a huge market for these guys, so all the cards are basically the same for the most part. They have the generic paragraph of the story in the background of Bionic Six. You have the Bennett family there, the good guys, and you have Dr. Scarab's evil minions, the bad guys down below. So that's Helen, the wife of Jack and the mother of the 4 kids. The next guy up, my personal favorite out of the toy line and also the cartoon in general, this is Erik of the Bionic Six. He is the son of Jack and Helen, who I just showed you. And his background is in baseball. He's actually a high school student. He plays on the school's team, the Einstein Adams, and his specific bionic ability is telepathy. So he can move things with his mind. And this guy is pretty hard to find these days, especially in this condition. As you can see, the card is very, very clean. I think I got this guy and another one on Instagram from someone a couple of years ago for like, I think 20 bucks a piece, which is a steal because he can sell for over 100 bucks by himself nowadays. So it's pretty cool for all you baseball fans out there. He's got a glove and a bat with him. I had this one when I was younger and I loved them. Still have the figure, and that was nice about these die-cast metal figures is you could put them through the ringer and they would withstand like anything. Like whereas a lot of my G.I. Joe figures, they're missing arms and legs, just limbs in general. And the original one I have from when I was 2 years old, he's still intact. He has a lot of paint loss and wear, but he's still intact. I always liked that that graphic there too. It was pretty cool. And then he also has the regular standard paragraph there, and there is the picture of the rest of the toy line. And yeah, as you can see, very, very clean. A little blemish there, but not bad at all. He's almost perfect. No sticker residue, nothing. I think he might have originally had a sticker right there originally, and I used some sticker lifter and some Goo Gone and got it off there, so shined it up real nice. But yeah, I'd say he is probably my favorite of the entire line. So next up we have JD. He is one of the adopted sons of Helen and Jack for the Bionic Six, and his bionic ability is superhuman strength. He's actually considered to be the strongest of the entire family. I also had him when I was younger, along with Erik, the one I just showed you, and they're two of my favorite toys. And I still have JD, and he's still intact with a lot of paint loss, but still there. And he comes with a cowboy hat accessory, and I forget what these two things are. Can't remember, it's been so long. But as you can see, his card is very, very clean. No sticker residue, nothing like that. Really no nicks or dings or anything on there. So he's pretty rare too. If you're looking to collect these in the future, it'll be tough to come across him. In the last 7 years I've been collecting toys, I want to say I've come across him maybe 3 or 4 times. So he doesn't pop up very often, and I paid I think 20 or 25 bucks for him. I got a steal off Instagram off this guy. So I really made out finding him. I was really excited to find him on the card for that cheap. Now you'll probably pay easily 100 bucks for him if you see him on eBay or something like that. But if you ever see him for less than that, 30, 40 bucks, definitely get him. It's far worth it. So that is JD. So here's the youngest daughter of the Bennett family, Meg. And kind of like Meg on Family Guy, she's like the younger, teenage, kind of annoying daughter. Her bionic ability is basically like lightning speed, and she also has the ability to emit sonic beams from blaster units mounted on her shoulders, which I can't remember if that's what that is or not. It almost looks like a belt, but there's some sort of device up there, so maybe that's what it is. But that is Meg, and her card is pretty decent. She's really not that rare at all. You can really find her a decent amount of time on eBay for around 30, 40 bucks, which is pretty much the cheapest you'll find any of these toys on there for the lower end ones that are more common. But yeah, no sticker residue on her card. I picked her up. I think she was one of the first ones I got because she was so cheap back when I first started collecting. But as you can see, she is in good shape. And that is Meg. And second to last here for the Bionic Six family, we have Bungee, and he's actually also adopted. He's a Japanese son of Helen and Jack, and his bionic ability is very enhanced martial arts skills. He's also pretty rare and hard to come by. And as you can see, this card is actually unpunched, which super hard to find Bionic Six toys that are unpunched like that. So this guy basically just got cracked out of a case somewhere and went right to a collector. For the most part, it was never hung on a peg hook or on a shelf in a store, making him more valuable. I want to say I paid 50 bucks for him maybe. I would say his value now has doubled since then. If you do find him on eBay, especially for an unpunched card, probably be well over 100, I would say, honestly. But he's also an American card there, fully posable, durable die-cast metal. And there you have the standard Bionic 6 card on the back and the pictures of the rest of the toys. So if you do see him for less than 50 bucks, by all means pick him up, because he is pretty rare nowadays, and that is Bungee. Alright, so we've covered the entire Bionic 6 family, the Bennett family. And this guy's last, but certainly not least. This is Fluffy. He's basically like the Bionic 6 pet and assistant. He is a gorilla-like robot, as you can see. He looks pretty friendly for being a robot. But he basically helps him out with certain tasks and whatnot, and chews on metal in his spare time. He is very, very difficult to find on the American card. I got him, I think, probably about a year and a half, 2 years ago. I picked him up for, I think, $130 on eBay. So I follow Bionic 6, the search on eBay. So I was notified of a new listing, and I was like, wow, I don't ever see Fluffy. I have to just drop that money right now and get him, because I don't know when I'll see him again. And yeah, usually when I see him, it's like a foreign card. So the whole set that I have is all American cards, so I can't get one that has, you know, French on it along with English. That would just drive me nuts, make my OCD crazy. So this is an American card, and it's in pretty good shape. As you can see up here, there's some sticker residue. I could probably get that off if I really wanted to. I can't tell if it's really a stain. There's some substance there, so if I really wanted to, I probably could get it off, but really haven't bothered with it. Also haven't bought him a case yet. He is a little bigger in size compared to the other ones, as you can tell there. This card is like double the size of the rest of the toy line, so it makes it a little awkward to find a good case for him. And he's also very heavy. He's solid die-cast metal, so pretty heavy guy. And there he is right in the middle there. And his card is a little different. Fluffy stands for Friendly Life Unit for Family Interaction. Or does it stand for Fluorescent Light Utilizing Force Field Inhibitor? Not even Professor Sharp, who invented Fluffy years ago, can remember what all his initials stand for. So I guess we'll never find out what Fluffy really stands for. I honestly don't remember. And the Bionic Robotic Gorilla can do it all, from helping the Bennett kids with their homework to handling intense scientific calculations. His only problem is that he's wild for aluminum, and if he's not fed, he thinks nothing of eating the Bennett's pots and pans. Fluffy has a loving soul and spirit of a playful puppy in a 6-ton body of a sophisticated bionic robot. And as you can see, it's kind of cool too. The card's bigger, so the other toys are a little bigger on there. It's kind of neat. Yeah, he definitely feels like he weighs 6 tons because he's huge. So to have a good, nice and sealed bubble on him is pretty tough to find too, for the weight of him alone. So pretty excited to pick that up and have that as part of my collection. And let's get on with the evil minions of destruction next. Okay, so starting off with the bad guys of the Bionic 6, we have the leader of the evil minions of destruction, Dr. Scarab. And now Dr. Scarab is the brother of Dr. Amadeus Sharp, the guy who actually implanted the Bionic 6 and gave them their superhuman abilities. So this guy's like any other evil leader. You know, he has a quest for world domination and eternal life, and he will stop at nothing for it. And I always liked this guy. I had him also when I was younger and played with him a good bit, and still have him, and he is still intact as well. But a lot of paint loss, and he's got some different accessories there. Not really sure what that is. Looks painful though, and some sort of belt as well. And his card is in pretty good shape too. This is actually one of the first ones that I bought whenever I started buying this toy line back. I think I bought a lot of him and 2 other ones on eBay for I think 40 bucks. His card has got a little bit of damage there, but nothing too bad. Like I said, this is one of the first ones I bought, so I wasn't real particular. There's also a crease up there too, but these Dolo World cases are awesome. They, like I said, they fit them perfectly and they display so well. You can't really tell too much of that crease. So that's Dr. Scarab, and he's also an American card. And let's go on to his evil henchman. Leading off the evil henchman is Glove. This is Dr. Scarab's #1 henchman and second in command. And the henchmen have bionic powers, but to nowhere near the extent of the actual Bennett family, the Bionic Six. He comes with his left-handed glove blaster there. It blasts laser beams and projectiles. He's also known for being relatively strong as well. And he's pretty common to find these days. I think I paid like $25-30 for this guy. Very, very clean card, also American card. Very flat. Sometimes you get these guys and they have wavy cards and you gotta put books on them, but these cases seem to work pretty well too for flattening them. Nowadays, you'd probably pay about $40-50 for a glove on eBay if you see them. These guys, they basically have the same standard card as the Bennett family. I think Fluffy's really the only different one for the most part. But yeah, that is Glove. I like his colors. I like the graphic on there as well too. Pretty neat. And following Glove, we have Mechanic. He's also not a personal favorite of mine. I had him whenever I was younger, and he doesn't really have any bionic abilities at all. He's kind of like just like a big dumb Neanderthal. He loves children's cartoons, but I mean he can get down to business pretty quickly. He has different weapons. You know, he uses nail rivet guns. He throws saw blades. He's got a large wrench that he'll hit you over the head with, or bludgeon you with. So he definitely means business, and he looks like it on the card there. But still have the original one I had when I was a kid. Play with him all the time, and he's still intact in my parents' attic somewhere. And he was also one of the guys I picked up with Dr. Scarab in a lot for, I think, $45. Really, really good deal. So, nice card, American card. Flat. There's a little bit of a crease on there, but nothing too crazy. So, one of my personal favorites, that is Mechanic. And he is pretty detailed too. He has a bunch of acne on his face. You really can't see it there, and comes with a tool belt as well. So, next we have Madam O. She is also part of Scarab's Evil Minions of Destruction. And she does have some bionic abilities. Nothing too crazy. She's not really too strong. She's usually always defeated by Helen, the leader of the wife of the leader of the Bionic Six and mother, when they're having cat fights and whatnot. And she's like your typical evil female villain. She seems to end a lot of her words with darling, or sentences with darling. So kind of along those lines. And she has some accessories here. Looks like some projectiles and also a gun as well. And she's pretty clean on the card. I think this is the third one I got in that lot of 3 Bionic Six figures on eBay a couple years ago for $45. Super deal. So I couldn't pass it up. And the back's pretty nice too. A little bit of wear there, but nothing too crazy. So that is Madam O. And the very last one I have for you is Chopper of the Evil Minions of Destruction, Scarab's henchman. He's kind of like a motorcycle riding thug for the most part. As you can see there, he's got chains wrapped around him. He was the most difficult for me to find, I would say. It took me a few years to track him down on American card. I don't really see him too often at all anymore. I want to say I paid probably, I don't know, $70 or $80 for this guy when I saw him. So I couldn't pass that up at all. I think it was a buy it now on eBay a couple years ago. And it looks like he has, not really sure what that accessory is. There's some sort of projectile, and I don't know if it's supposed to be, who knows, an engine, or I can't tell. But his card's pretty nice for the most part. There's a little crease up there in the one corner, but oh well, not too worried about it. A little bit of sticker residue up front there too, but if I really want to, I can take that sticker lifter I have and remove it. Same with this one over here. A little more difficult on the bubbles and the sides because of how delicate they are, but I can get that off sometime in the future. But overall, his card is pretty nice, and he's tough to find. If you do find him now, you'll probably pay around $100, probably even a little more. Like I said, these aren't popping up too often on eBay anymore like they used to. So I think people are kind of hanging on to him now. But that's Chopper. He's the last one that I'm going to show you. The guy that I need, if any of you have him, is Clunk. And I bought him before once, and it was actually a foreign card, so I ended up reselling it. I need to find him an American card. If any of you have him or know someone that has him on the card, let me know. I'm definitely willing to pay a reasonable price in the going rate for Clunk. So shoot me a comment or an email or anything and let me know, because I'd love to have him and complete the entire set. I have all the rest other than Clunk. So that would be awesome and much appreciated if I hear from anybody about that. And that makes up my entire Bionic Six line. So I'm going to show you some of the vehicles they produce real quick here. I own one of them and I sold it. I am hating myself for that now, but I'm going to look and try to buy it back here in the future. But here's the different vehicles they made. I'll show those to you real quick. That's it for the Bionic 6 toy line. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope I brought back some memories for you. Let me know down in the comments if you do remember this cartoon or toy line, or even if you collect them now. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys. It's always great to meet fellow collectors, especially for long forgotten about toy lines like this one. I don't see these pop up very often. I think D&D Collectibles, when I went to that toy store, was the first time I've seen them in quite some time. So I don't think there's a huge market out there for them. So always awesome talking to anybody that remembers this toy line or collects these even today. And also, I do have a P.O. box now. If you'd like to send me letters or send me toys or whatever, I'd love to receive them. I'd love to do videos on those starting soon. My P.O. box is Jon, Jon Jabs, Jabs, and that's P.O. Box 202, and that's at Youngwood, Pennsylvania, 15697. I will put the address down in the comments below. So I'll start looking for packages from you guys. And let me know too what you guys collect in the letters that you send, and I will do my best to send you some stuff back that you collect as well, even vintage baseball cards, whatever. Let me know, and I'll keep an eye out for those. And I thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you next time.